Okay. So MLTK, the machine learning toolkit, we mentioned at the very beginning here, but what's important here is we are leveraging, and Industrial Defender's philosophy on this subject is put machine learning, put AI where all of the data sits. In order for machine learning to really perform at its best, it needs a lot of data. The more data you can provide, the more accurate, the more predictive it can become in its capabilities. And so that's why we believe that machine learning / AI belongs at the SIM, because that is where not only do you have the OT information, but you potentially would have the enterprise. And the enterprise, it comes from the endpoints, it comes from the firewalls, it comes from applications. Anyway, lots of different data sources all in one position, one location. That's where the AI / ML performs at its best. So don't push, in my opinion, in Industrial Defender's opinion, don't put the machine learning at the plant site. You're only seeing a small fragment of the amount of data that you really need in order to get that truly predictive benefit of machine learning. Any thoughts, Rustin, on that? Or
yeah, I agree. You know, it's what we found is that as customers mature, they really start looking to move from a reactive posture to one that's more proactive, and the ML piece has been really important in that. And the fact that, you know, within Splunk you have those capabilities, and given the domain expertise that Industrial Defender brings to the table, that you're able to leverage that. And, you know, it plays into automation, it plays into working smarter. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And frankly, you know, Splunk, we're all standing on the shoulders of giants here, right? Splunk has the big cadre of super high level data scientists that we can all take advantage of, right? So they have real experts knowing the big number theories and that are out there and how to take advantage of it. So we all benefit from that capability. Excuse me. So there are other vendors that leverage the common information model, which I was talking about earlier, but I wanted to stress the main difference there is the amount of data that's being presented to Splunk, the amount of data, the contextual data, and that really makes all the difference in the world for the analyst, not only for context and be able to come up with a reasonable response to an incident or whatever it happens to be, but also for the machine learning and the AI, so that the machine learning can actually do predictive analytics and tell you the type of trends that it happens to be seeing, so that you can learn and anticipate potential, let's just say, problems in the future. And Industrial Defender right now is the only OT vendor that utilizes the machine learning toolkit today. So it may not always be that way, but just keep in mind it's important to have that the amount of data is there to justify the machine learning capability. So without the
that's the thing I would say with any machine learning application, it's all about the data, right? So the model's only as good as the data you feed it. So having that context is really critical. And I guess the only other thing I'll add around machine learning in Splunk, one of our goals is to provide citizen data scientists with a tool set that they can use to iterate and develop these types of models. And when you have that domain expertise that Industrial Defender brings to the table, you really have to have all those components working together. So instead of writing 2,000 lines of code, you could write 5 lines of code. Use, you know, this type of tool set to go out and rapidly create and iterate on those models.
Absolutely. So we have a